Pastor's Pondering. The third prophet in our 4 Sundays of November series of listening to the prophets is Malachi. Malachi is likely the least known of the prophets, the very last book of the First Testament. So if you're looking for it and you know where the book of Matthew starts in the New Testament, simply turn back one book and voila. It's a short 4-chapter read, so feel free to read it prior to Sunday in your spare time. Again, we read on Sunday just a small snippet of the book, but we'll take the book as a whole under consideration. The ancient prophets had dealt with being surrounded by cultures which embraced a wide pantheon of gods. They were familiar with foreign nations and all that occupation does to a people. They wrestled with what faithfulness to God looked like and how to properly show gratitude, both for God's blessings and presence with them, and how to relate to God when things were not going well. They wrestled with keeping worship sincere and dealing with the corruption of people in power, including and sometimes especially the priests. They wrestled with things like divorce, treatment of the poor, care of strangers, and how God speaks to God's people in the midst of blessings and maybe even in the hard times. The name Malachi means messenger, and whoever the author may be, some think it was Ezra, they clearly saw themselves as having been given the calling of bringing a strong message to the people. Be the people of God. Act according to God's laws and values. Set your standards. Together on Sunday, we'll join that ancient conversation that began over approximately 500 years before the time of Jesus. And by the grace of God's Spirit, we'll find in the mix of God's current and living word for us today. Happy reading. To God be the glory, Pastor Janet.